Welcome to the third demo of Display Builder Beta. Today we will see together Entity View Display. Let's go. Entity View Display is not something new for you because there is tools already in Core and Contrib. For example, in Core we have Manage Display and Layout Builder. So let's start with Layout Builder. From Manage Display, I go on the bottom, I activate Layout Builder, I have a new button Manage Layout, I click, and now I have a Visual Builder, Layout Builder. So it's already very good. It's in Drupal core for 10 years, but there is 3 issues about that. First, this works only for Entity View Display. It's not possible to use it anywhere else, like for example in Views or Page Layout, as we've seen in the first video. Second, it's not possible to use SDC and most of the things declared in the theme. It's only 2 levels. You have Layout plugin and Block plugin, and that's all. It's limited. And third, modern features of missing, and a lot of them. That's why we have this big ecosystem in Contrib of module extended Layout Builder. So let's focus on the second issue, no SDC. We already have a solution here. It's called UI pattern, and we are lucky because it's an engine inside Display Builder. So give me a few minutes. I will build a display using Layout Builder and UI pattern. See you soon. Ta-da! Beautiful, isn't it? So we built everything with Layout Builder and UI pattern using the UI3DZ card component as the layout of the display. We put the field of the article into the slot, and we use the Daisy UI button component for the tags. And it's enough. I save, and I'm happy. So now I can go to create article. I will create a little article, very easy. Okay, 3 tags. Magnificent. But we are not here for Layout Builder. We are here for Display Builder. To use Display Builder, you first need to install a submodule like what we did for Page Layout. So I go to Extend, and I can filter with Display Builder. And I see Display Builder for Entity View. This is a submodule for Entity View Display and Entity View Display Override. So you can activate it and come back to the Manage Display page. You will have this Display Builder section. And as we've seen in the first video and explained in the second video, Display Builder will take control of the display as soon as the profile is selected. So I take default, it's the only one I have, and I save. Now I have 2 buttons, one Display Builder, and Manage Layout is still here because Layout Builder and Display Builder can be used together. So let's click, and wow! Everything was imported. I have my card as a layout, I have my field in the expected slot, I have all my configuration, I have the button as a field formatter for my tags. So you are not starting from scratch, you are starting from the display you have already built. That's very cool. And the other nice stuff, it's the UI. It's the same. It's exactly the same as Page Layout. Same button, same configuration, exactly like what you configured in your profile. So you have the same experience. The only difference is in libraries. You know, the blocks, they are context sensitive, so they can change according to the context of Drupal CMS. And here we have the fields and the reference entities, and we don't have the page title and the page main content. This is the only difference. If I go to the logs, I can see my display was not published yet, so it's still the display saved by Layout Builder, but my first revision of the history was the migration, so I can publish and now I am in control. So let's do a little change, not much, just to check if everything is okay. I take my card and I will change the background color from gray to the accent one, in green. I publish, and then I refresh my article, and it was applied. However, I told you, Display Builder and Layout Builder can live together. Let's do something a bit silly. I go back to my Manage Display, I open Layout Builder. The green background is not applied because Layout Builder is not listening Display Builder. But for example, if I want to change the background color here too, I will apply the primary color. It's a blue. I save. Now it's still green. Yes, Display Builder is still in control, but it was copied. It's a log line, and if I publish, my card is blue. So Layout Builder and Display Builder are playing good together. If you hesitate to adopt Display Builder, you can go step by step, display by display, and you can always roll back. Let's finish this video with the nice features related to the field API. So as you've seen before, every field is a block because there is a field formatter. You can pick the one you want, and it's a renderable, like in Layout Builder. But you can also use the field API in props. For example, here, I can take a Boolean prop, so it's a checkbox, but instead of this widget, I decide to pick my Boolean properties from the article, and let's take, for example, published. So if it's published, the image will be bottom. If it's not, the image will be top. It's not the most interesting example in a business point of view, but I want to show you the mechanism. Here, the image is now bottom on my article. If I go to edit and I unpublish, now the image is top again. So you have a full access to the field API to every field type ever. We are not whitelisting the field type you can use because we are targeting the field property and everything can be pulled. So the sky is the limit. I hope you enjoyed this third video. Next time we will stay in Entity View Display, but we will look on the Content Override, a feature you can also find in Layout Builder, but we make it more powerful, so it will be very exciting. See you next time.